They're talking about a survey of homeless people. I mentioned how come that they didn't do anything for people around Christmas time, but only mentioned 22,000 homeless people. And the time that they had the opportunity to raise funds for them, since they have fundraisings for everything else, nothing was mentioned. Only one homeless shelter, so small that it couldn't probably even house 30 people overnight. It is really a shame that the funds were misappropriated for years. Now they're going to walk around trying to make a survey, and why they're making a survey, it wouldn't hurt them to hand out $5 to each one of those people, or some kind of clothes or food to those people by bothering them, because this is nothing that's going to happen overnight, and it should. Why do it have to be a year later when people forget the news bite about homeless people? It is just another way to misappropriate funds. What happened to all the funding before? Look, they shut down a place called CAS, and though it was really ran down, most homeless people network between each other and try to get by. In any other city, and I've been through a lot in my 30 years of drug addiction, blood banks sustain families because they would get $75 the first time they go and $35 afterwards. They didn't ask people. I mean, these are proud people. And different things like that sustain their income, or what little funds they had, or if they had any at all. But you get up here in Phoenix, the land of fundraisings, and you go to Red Cross to donate something so precious as blood, and they don't even give you a sucker. Now those things need to change. They're making 100% profit from blood banks, putting the money in their pocket and selling the plasma or blood to the hospital. So they're getting paid twice. So who would want to come in there and donate blood? They show every now and then a community member going in there donating blood. And I tell you, most people have a fear of needles, but they get past it to have some kind of change in their pocket, sitting there starving, sitting there cold, because the blood banks are really cold inside, and they get past that. And when you give blood, a lot of times you're feeling lightheaded, so you have to eat like candy or something. You feel nauseous sometimes. These people don't give you anything. How is that possible? It is just a shame of all the misappropriated funds in Phoenix goes right into the individual's pocket, but he has a title of Red Cross or some other well-known organization, that if Red Cross found out or paid attention to in other states of how they're not giving people that donate funds, they would shut them down. But they take this title of Red Cross, but they're crooks. They're keeping the money. It is no more than some community member using another person's title, almost like a mechanic that's not certified using a tax number. It's no more than that. And it's really a shame. Now, why go out and bother those people and make a survey? Because they want to get the funds right away. You have to, at the fiscal year or whatever, you have to say that you need funding for so many people to pay them, or you have to use these funds up before the end of the year. And these people are just putting ghost numbers up. And when they mentioned 22,000 homeless people the other day, they didn't mention not a one around Christmas time when everybody was giving stuff back from the dollar store but had enough money to go to Neiman Marcus, the whole community. So this is just another ploy to get their funding on time and get actually more funding and not do anything. One rehab. It didn't even replace CAS. And then the per diem that they get, it's just money over fist. I am really glad I'm not was not born in this town and didn't have the criminal characteristics to be so hard and so cold to do people like this. Where are you going? I mean, to what end is this going to be? And what it does, kids are like magnets. They catch on and they try to emulate their parents and things that they do. And it's the wrong thing. I get so tired of seeing a 14 or 15-year-old girl that look like she could be anything, a congressperson or